once you start to grow, maybe you've got some systems and processes in place, maybe you've got your leadership team, you've got an integrator, you've already started to get some systems and processes in place, you've got your project management software. How do you then move that through to the next level? And usually at that point, that's when I might start to introduce an employee handbook. We talked a lot about systems and processes up until now. You want to make sure before you move into any policies, you need to have phases 1 and 2 documented, your critical client flow and your scale ready systems. Once you get that in place, then you can start to move into policies. And if I think about systems, systems are about the how-tos. What is the step-by-step, the way that things are done? Whereas policies, they're more like the rule book. How do you operate within your organisation? What is your policy around sick leave, and do you have certain professionalism policies, and what are the core values? That all this sort of information will live in your handbook. I think for me though, you come to that after you've got everything else documented, because you first want to make sure that the business is running very smoothly. So this is the way that policies might work. We've got a separate little section here, and this is more what your policies would look like, and you'd build this over time. Maybe you've got a message from the business owner. You might talk about your core values and the mission of the business. You might cover off the organisational structure, who's who. You could even have team member job descriptions. So let's have a look at any one of these, maybe financial controller. Over time, you want to build out your job descriptions, and we would list that inside here. So when we're recruiting for someone, as I told you a little bit before, we run an ad, let's say on Seek, we get people to fill out a questionnaire, we get them to do a trial task. Before we hire them, we will show them the job description, and related underneath the job description, we'll also link to some systems and processes that would be relevant to that role. So we can just give them a little bit of a flavour for what their role would look like. And I've talked about Dave from Portavac a couple of times. We talked about the way that they might integrate these systems and processes into their recruiting process. They could then outreach to the people who are doing the gutter cleaning, share with them 2 or 3 systems, some of the videos that we recorded with Kane, and say, hey, watch these videos to get a little bit of a feel of what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis. And then it just helps with that sort of recruiting process. So that's the way that it might look there. And, then you have other policies. These will grow over time. Maybe you have like minimum work requirements for certain team members and minimum standards, and that's the type of thing that would then get incorporated into your staff onboarding. So you would then get them reviewing these policies and procedures as they start coming onto the team.